Holly ferns. So there's the double up. I want the Surefire. Ooh. Little serendipities. So this is Blew My Mind Evolvulus, and I had thought about purchasing some of this to go around the mailbox. Their mailbox does get full sun. There's a lot of it over here, so I may come back to this, but I do see one thing that I want in particular, and that's caladiums. So I get these every year, and this year is going to be no different. Aren't they beautiful? I think I'm gonna get 2. Oh, here's some more. Those are pretty. Are these clowning around? I don't know what variety this is, and I don't see a tag. One is Scarlet Flame. That's pretty. So these are fast flame. These are really pretty right here. Oh, patience. These will be pretty underneath the tree outside. I don't see any coleus. I may have been too late to the game. I mean, here's some coleus, but it's not the variety that I want. I was not happy with this last year. Look at that caladium. That's really pretty. And it is called Bottle Rocket. Oh, that's beautiful. This is wicked hot coleus, but I only see 2. Let me go see if I can find some more of these. These are beautiful. All right, one moment. Let me see if I can hunt these down. All right, more impatience. I think these are sun patients though. And Geronia. These dahlias are gorgeous. These sunflowers are pretty too. That's a pretty one. There's Dusty Miller galore. Guys, I'm not seeing any coleus. Only 2 I see are those. I'm gonna go outside and see what they have outside on the tables. So still am. More carrots, you guys. This is Everillo. I've had this previously, and I think it's on sale for $9.88. I may grab a couple of these to go under in the shade there out back. Pretty sure this is a Sum and Substance, maybe. I don't think it is, because Sum and Substance isn't very good. Fragrant Bouquet. Crazy, but something over here does smell good. I don't know if it's that hosta or not, but the autumn fern. I have several of those though. This is a lamb's ear, silver carpet.
Bobby, we're leaving you.
Okay. Those are pretty.
Yeah, they are.
Indigo Frost. It's part of the Southern Living Plant Collection. Alright, here are some delphiniums. I think it's called Hunky Dory Blue. And those are beautiful, very true blue. I had delphiniums last year, and they just didn't do that great for me, and maybe it was just a me thing, but they did not come back for me. Here's some more daylilies. I'm gonna go that way. All the blooms out here are just so gorgeous today. Just making my heart happy.
What?
Oh. You guys, do you remember in a previous video when I said I wanted pink Vara? Beliza, dark pink. Check and check. There's only 3, but I'm gonna grab them real quick.
Oh, well, I'm gonna fall asleep on the road.
Okay. Oh my gosh, you guys, I feel like I'm hitting the jackpot today. God is so good. So I've been wanting some of these too, and nobody has been carrying them. So this is Proven Winners, Hardy Geranium. This is Boom Chocolata.
Boom chocolate.
But it likes full sun to part sun conditions, and I have the perfect place for these to go. Now these get really large, you guys. I don't know if you can see the tag, 24 to 26 inches in height and about a 20 to 30 inch spread. So that's one plant will get that size. But you know your girl's going to be extra, and I'm going to get 2 of these. All right, this is a Jacob's Ladder, and it's variegated, and it's so pretty. There's a bee. Look at him. That's a honeybee. Sweet. All right, anyway, I think this is called Golden Feathers, and I'm going to try just one again because the last one I had, our landscapers, I guess, thought it was a weed where it was growing, and they weed-eated it down to the ground, and it did not come back. So I'm going to try it. Let me find a good one. It's actually a pretty one. Alright, you guys, I am back from Home Depot, and I want to show you guys my plant haul that I got while I went to the Home Depot. I kind of had to stop myself because I forgot I told my husband that I wanted to go to Pike's Nursery this weekend to look for some hydrangeas to go along the fence line. So I kind of scaled back on what I really wanted to get today. But I have a feeling I'll probably be back up there either sometime later this afternoon or tomorrow. Who knows? Let's start with this beauty right here. Isn't it massive, first of all? So this is the Proven Winners. This is a daylily. Here is the name of it for any of you guys who are wanting to know what it looks like. There is one that I caught on film, I think, for you guys that was already in bloom, but this is called Ruby Spider. And I'm not really one for red blooms. Not in the summer months, I'll put it that way. In the spring and summer months. In the fall and winter months, yeah, sure. But not right now. But this one was so beautiful, I had to get it. And I was looking in here, excuse me, and I was telling my mom, it looks like I could separate this into at least 2 different daylilies. It is massive. So I don't know if I'm going to do that or if I'm just going to leave it as one massive clump. Either way it goes, they're beautiful. And if I do decide to go back and get more, there were plenty more in there. And the price was pretty decent too. But I got the one that wasn't in bloom. It was all budded up. So there are buds everywhere on it. So it should have a beautiful display pretty soon. Let me see the stats on this one. It says it gets 34 inches tall and about 18 to 24 inch spread. And so that's a pretty decent sized plant. Hardy's in zones 3 through 9. I am a zone 8A. I garden in Georgia. So this will be very winter hardy for me. I do have a couple other ones. They're not Proven Winners varieties, but they're really beautiful up front. but I'm not sure that I want these to go up front. I think I want to save this for a flower bed that I want to create out back. Look at that variegation. Isn't it beautiful? Oh my goodness. And this is what the new growth looks like. Tons of new growth. This is what the more mature growth looks like. But this is a Jacob's Ladder. And it is by Vigoro. And I want to say this one was called Golden Feathers. Yep, Golden Feathers. There we go. And it gets to be about 18 inches tall, 10 to 12 inch spread on it. It is hardy down to a negative 30 degrees, so it's pretty winter hardy. And its habit is more of like a clumping variety. So I don't know if you've ever seen Jacob's Ladder before, but it just kind of clumps and mounds. And it's really beautiful. It tends to die back here in the summer months here because we just stay so warm that it just kind of goes dormant. I hate to say die back, but it just goes dormant for the rest of the season. So I do have a spot in mind where I want to plant this down below in the shade bed. I think it'll be a really sweet place to tuck it in. Right over here, you guys, those 1, 2, and 3 with the pink blooms. I don't know if you guys remember, I think it was in my garden tour video where I told you guys that I wanted a pink variety of Gara, and that would be this one right here. So this is a Beliza, and I think it's called Pink Rose. Dark pink. This one also likes full sun conditions. It is a perennial, and it will get to be about 10 to 16 inches tall and about 16 to 20 inch spread on it. And it is hardy down to negative 20, so it's super winter hardy. Negative 20 degrees. I did get 3 of them. That was all that I could muster up to find, and they actually were just sitting underneath one of the tables when I was looking at the Jacob's Ladder, and I just saw them kind of tucked in under there, so I snatched them up. Typically, I know I do see them at Lowe's, so I may be able to find more at Lowe's this season, but I did go ahead and take the 3 that they had. But they're so pretty. I love how dark their stems look, even when they're not in bloom. And then they have this really pretty pink tone to them. I think they're gorgeous. Gara is one of those plants that I said I would never have in my garden space just because I thought it looked more weedy than plant-like. And I remember when I first saw them in mass at a garden center, I was like, what is that? And it was indeed Gara. And so I snatched up about 5 or 6 of them. I have lots of Japanese painted fern that I still need to get in the ground. I got those elsewhere. I didn't get those at Home Depot today. Check this out. Isn't it sweet? So this is our hardy geranium, you guys. This is by Proven Winners as well. This is Boom Chocolata. And I've been wanting Boom Chocolata for probably, at least I know, the past year or so. And I just couldn't find them locally in our garden center. And I felt like I was going to have to be forced to order it online. And we all know that you get half the size of plant for the price. And I was going to end up paying like some ridiculous amount of almost $20 for like a little pint-sized plant, literally. And I just kind of held off, and I'm glad that I did because Home Depot had these today, you guys. There's the plant. It is full sun, and these get massive. Let's see, 24 to 26 inches in height and 28 to 30 inch max spread. They are hardy zones 4 through 8, so down to negative 30. Pretty winter hardy. I do like full sun conditions, and I bought 2. And probably only needed 1, truth be told, but I like to buy extra. I buy in bulk. I'm like my husband. But I think I kind of know where I want them to go, but I'm not certain as of yet. So I'm just going to hold them here in my plant stash area, keep them watered and fed until I figure out where it is that I want them to go. And I know y'all see this beautiful thing right here. Those are caladiums. Those are called Fast Flash. I get this variety every single year because I love the difference in the variegation. Look at the foliage. That dark pinky red up against that green. They had a lot of Proven Winners caladiums in there, and I had to restrain myself from going really crazy. But here's the thing. I may go back later and get at least 3 more pots of these. I mean, for the price. Honestly, you guys, I really don't even know how much these were, but $16.98. There we go. They like both sun and shade. These do fairly well. I've had one in a container in the sun. It did perfectly fine. It did just as good as the one in the shade, actually. So, and you couldn't tell the difference. Their leaves did not get scorched. Their foliage was still just as beautiful as the day it was when I planted it. But I want these because I don't want to put them in containers this year, you guys. I want to put them in the landscape. Also, these two plants back here in the back are from Heirloom Rose. I did place an order with them probably a few days ago, and this came in the mail probably a day or so ago. I want to water them again really good. Now, their foliage was a little yellow from being in that box for a few days, but they are starting to green up very nicely. I took them out as soon as they delivered them to me. They delivered them to me that night, right before I was going to bed. And so I came, took them out of their containers, took the plastic, I left the plastic around them, but I took it away from the plant itself and just left it on the base of the thing. So that way when I water them, they'll have a little bit of water left until I decide, held in there with the plastic until I decide to plant them. But one is, I think it's this one, is State of Grace. And I will have to pop a picture of each one of these up. And the other is Poet's Wife. Now, Poet's Wife is a really beautiful, creamy, buttery yellow kind of a color. Do I know where any of these are going? No. I'm thinking once I get the side flower beds along the fence lines done up is where each one of these roses will go, in separate flower beds. I wanted to get them before they sold out of them because the other roses that I were looking for, they're kind of sold out of. So I'll probably have to wait until next year or until they have more in stock that are ready to ship and sell. All right, so let me show you guys where I'm thinking of putting the caladiums. But I was thinking right in here would be a fun spot to put the caladiums. Just to add a nice little punchy pop of color. It is so humid, you guys. It's not really hot, but oh my gosh, the humidity. And the insects are just out. Ugh. All right, I'm gonna position the fern and see how they look. All right, you guys. I think I'm gonna like that. This one starts here and the other one goes down here, here, and then right there. So I think that'll be a good look. It'll soften the edge of the flower bed. I don't think that I actually plan on coming out here and formally edging this. I actually think I want to start another wall. I think I want to start a wall like right here and let it come and wrap around. So it'll start from right there where that rock is and just kind of go around the entire perimeter here. I might leave this space open because I do want to get a fountain or some kind of a water feature back here eventually, but for right now the bench is there and I need to keep a clear path, and I don't feel like people having to step up over the wall to get to it, so it'll probably stop there, and that'll be empty in there. So I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do. I think it'll be really, really pretty to have like a stacked rock wall or something like that down here. I wish they would put those stones back on sale again that we purchased, although I do still have some left. Yeah, I like this layout. Let me go grab my gloves, my shovel, my biotone, and my water hose. We'll get these things planted. Also, I don't know if you can see right up there where the girls are, but that's where the caladiums are. We'll kind of move up there in just a second. Granted, I feel like right in this area the caladiums would be beautiful, but I know those ostrich ferns are kind of growing in, and my penny mac will probably be putting on a little bit more size this year as well. I don't know about putting them right there, but man, they would be beautiful right there. That'd be a beautiful little pop. But anyway, let me go grab my stuff and then we'll get to it. All right, you guys. So that is where they all ended up. That one up at the top is its root ball was really kind of dry, and it's looking a little limp compared to the rest of them. So I will come through after I plant the caladiums and give it a nice drink of water, and it should perk back up after that for sure. I think once they spill over the edge of the grass a little bit, that'll be absolutely beautiful. Now again, this is a mounding perennial. This is a Japanese painted fern. You do want to keep it keep the ground fairly moist the first year. Water it probably like 2 times a week. Gauge your plant. Come out here and look at your plants. I look at my garden. I walk my yard just about every single day, just because I enjoy looking at it and how far it's come, but also to see what needs watering. I did not come out here. I did come out here yesterday, and I remember saying I needed to water my stilby and the hellebore, and I just was not feeling good, you guys. So I went back inside and completely forgot to come back out here and water them. But even if you have drip irrigation set up, it's still a nice idea to come out and walk your property, look at your spaces, and see if something looks like it may be struggling a little bit. I probably will come out here and water it, probably more than that, to be quite honest with you, because it is underneath the canopy of these trees, and these trees have very large established roots, and it does tend to soak up a little bit more of the water. They are hardy down to a -20 to a -30. They're non-hardy in zones 1 through 3, so they're hardy zones 4 and above. And the average mature size of these is about 14 to 18 inches tall and about 18 to 24 inches wide. And that is on center of the plant root ball base, you guys. So it'll come out 12 inches one way and 12 inches another way, not 24 inches per side. 24 inches is its total width. So that's on center of the plant, just in case anyone's ever kind of questioned that or wondered about that. We're going to move up the hill right there. And I know you see that little pop of pink coming off around that plant. We're going to go and plant the caladiums. I want to find out first if that's where I want them to be. If not, I will find a home for them. My toddler speaks with the wisdom beyond her years. She's like, why don't you plant the caladiums right there? And then when you go back to Home Depot later, you can just get more plants. I want to take the advice of the 4-year-old today. We're going to bring the caladiums down in here. Yeah, let me bring them down real quick and see what that looks like. Oh, that's so pretty. That's beautiful. It may be when I go back to Home Depot, I pick up a third one and put it right back in here somewhere. So now that I have these caladiums in the ground, I think I see a nice little spot also for my Jacob's ladder to go as well. I think right along in here would be really pretty. It's just 2 of them. So to go right there, I think that would be really sweet. So, all right, let's get these in the ground. And that is where the 2 caladiums ended up. Now again, these are proven winners caladiums. They can go in both containers and in the landscape. So these are part of the Heart to Heart series. So I am correct on that. They are Heart to Heart. They are called Fast Flash. They get like I think 15 to 20 inches tall and about 12 to 14 inch spread, somewhere around in there. And they do take sun or shade. With this being in predominantly shade to dappled sunlight conditions, it should do fairly well. I do plan on setting this whole bed up on a mister system. Yeah, let's go dig up the Paul's Glories hostas, which are those 2 hostas right over there by my Weeping Atlas. They get a little bit too much afternoon sun, and if anything, they would take morning sun, but definitely not the hot afternoon sun. So I dug the Paul's Glory up. They were not heavily rooted in at all because I just planted them like not even a week or so ago. I think right here I'm just going to fill this little section in full of really pretty hosta maybe. And then right along the border, I might put some iciness to it. Maybe like a Brunnera. Ooh, a Brunnera would be really pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and pop the Paul's Glory in right along in here. You guys, so it is much later in the evening. I did end up going back to Home Depot. By the time I came home, it was time to cook supper, and then I was like, oh gosh, I got to get back out here and show you guys where everything ended up. All right, so there are the Paul's Glory. I want to take my little thing of water right here and go down here and check on my fern because I don't think it got enough water. But here are where the Japanese painted ferns ended up. Just give him a little bit of... But everything looks really, really good out here. There are the rest of them. The caladiums look really nice. I did not get more caladiums. I did go back to Home Depot, but I did not get more caladiums, you guys. I'll go ahead and give this one a little bit more water. And my hellebore. I will come out here and officially water all this. Honestly, I don't think it would hurt my feelings if this hellebore bit the dust anyway. It's been on the struggle bus since I got it. I got it from Walmart, I think. Not Walmart, Home Depot. That's pretty much it. I don't think I missed anything else. I think that's all we planted today. But thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. You all, I always say it every time, but you guys are truly a blessing to me, and I am so close to my 1,000 subscribers. Hopefully by the time this video posts, I think I'm at 999, you guys. So hopefully by the time this video posts, I will definitely be well on my way to 1,000 subscribers. So I want to give a huge thank you to all of the new subscribers and all of the OG subscribers out there who's still hanging in there with me. I appreciate you guys more than you will ever know. You are all a blessing to me, and I want to say that every time, and I probably will because you truly are. But thank you guys so much for stopping by, hanging out with me in my garden space today, and I will catch you all in the next video. Oh, look at the lightning bug. Bye, y'all.